Hello and welcome everybody back to the channel again. This is Thomas, i.e. Unlucky, bringing you more Madden 25 franchise of the Patriots. And the last time I went through all of the preseason, and now we are going to start off the regular season with week 1. We are going to be sticking with auto-generated rookies. I believe we are going to be able to get at least 7 wins. I'm not going to look at everything over there just yet. We need to get pressure. Alright. We got a bunch of press conferences. Let's go ahead and handle those. Next question. Coach, the fans are curious how you'll handle your rookie QB's development. What do you mean? In the past, teams have had tremendous success if a rookie sits for a year. We play this rookie QB this season, or let him sit for a year and develop much faster. He will probably play. And by probably play, he's going to start. Are you sure? You'll be missing out on a lot of development. How would I miss out on a lot of development? Great. What? You like developing him based on his performance on the field. I really hope that actually means something. Like, if that is just like empty words, then that is stupid. Just saying. The athletic trainer told me to ask you about what you want me to work on during camp. Well, camp's ended. Should we focus on more injury prevention? I think conditioning and stamina. All right, and now we have one more interview. Coach, going into the season, what area of the team are you most worried about the most? Ah, fuck. Offense, I guess. So the offense is weaker. What part of the defense is strongest? Defensive line. Well, I guess that's gonna not be untrue. Can you be more specific? Oh, pass rush, for sure. What would this... Oh, Jesus Christ. As a team combined for 30 sacks? I don't think that's unrealistic. Alright, there's a ton to do this. What's it called? There's a ton to do in week 1. So I guess I don't want to hire and assign scouts. I want to go through and actually set up my starting depth chart. So Drake May is going to be the starter. That's no secret. Running back, I guess, is a position I would mind looking for. Wide receiver. Do I make this realistic or do I make this how I would like it? You know what? Based off preseason actions, this is kind of how I'm looking at this wide receiver room. And the tight ends, this is fine. Offensive line, I have no real questions about. Defensive line. My big issue is Josh Uche is going to be the starter over Mr. Dietrich Wise. And we obviously have a linebacker core that I'm okay with. Linebacker is definitely going to be a position we look at. Defensive line, maybe. Corner. So I'm liking corner, linebacker, defensive line, wide receiver, and running back. Those so far, actually, Probably not wide receiver. Probably do running back and offensive line. In terms of starters, I want Christian Gonzalez as my number 1. All these guys are so short. I guess Marcus Jones will play in the slot for me. Jabril Peppers and Kyle Duggar I'm okay with. Kick return. I think this could be a good opportunity to get Tyquan Thornton involved because, well, as I said, he did not impress me a lot during the preseason. Third down back, Antonio Gibson. Power back for Ramondre Stevenson. I'm okay with that. Tyquan Thornton. Right now, this is probably what I'm going to operate with. I want Tyquan Thornton to get onto the field just to see I've got a crowded wide receiver room of players that I want to use. It's just going to be tough. Rush left end. I'm going to make the starter. I think I'm going to make the starter Uche. Then have Judon and Dietrich Wise. And don't want to be looking at the Raiders. And then rush right end. We're going to make Matthew Judon the starter. And then have the reverse from there. I'm actually okay with trying to get Dietrich Wise in at any position of the field. I'm okay with all of this. I think this was the guy I wanted in there anyway. Marte Mapu. Right, that's going to be the roster that we work with. And with what I just said, let's look at what our current scouts are. Defensive end. They actually picked pretty much what I want. But I don't know. What do I want with my first round pick? I think something I know that I'm not going to do is take a running back in the first round. So I think it's pretty safe to say that that's not going to be what I take early. And I think, honestly, this defensive line in the first round is not a bad idea. And I think for my tier 2 scout, I want offensive tackle, interior offensive line. I think that is what I will do. And then I said I would want... Is there one for MLB, OLB? Alright, I'm going to want middle linebacker and outside linebacker. Then... What was my last one? I had running back. Then we can do... We need one that's going to be corner and maybe another position I'd want. Maybe we'll double down on the middle linebacker idea. So these will be my scouts. Let's go ahead and look at the region breakdown. This is a strength for right end. I'm liking to see that. The West has a strength of halfback. So we'll go ahead and put this scout into the West. Central has right end, quarterback, corner in the Northeast, and right tackle in the Southeast. So we'll put these guys to Southeast, and then Northeast will be corner. No. And these just kind of set themselves up accordingly. This will be central. Not having a feeling we'll get a great... We might have a hard time getting a linebacker, but you know what? Those are our needs. With that out of the way, I guess we can head into our weekly training. I will pay a little bit more attention to this. They were saying we're going to need to be sure we take care of Jamar Chase. I think we're going to try and work on defending the deep pass. As for right now, we're going to operate in full pads for practice. Offensively, they run a blitz 36% of the time. I think run inside will be our opening up game plan. I currently have no issues subscribing to that. I'm going to really put an emphasis on pounding the rock. At least I'm hoping to. 250 yards of offense will be my goal. Less than 24 points. And two passing touchdowns is going to be my goal. I think these are all pretty achievable. Let's go ahead and knock all these guys out. All right, practice went well. Here is the injury report. We're not going to have Michael Onwenu for this first game, which is a bit disappointing. I would much prefer to have him. That's about it. What players can we upgrade? Michael Onwenu! I mean, at least he's only out for a week, but I would really prefer to have him rather than not have him. Demario Douglas, player that, I mean, I thought I was going to cut at the start of this, but, I mean, star dev player. I'm going to start who I feel like is playing the best for me, and I know there's probably at least one or two of you watching that maybe want me to start one of the rookies. It's not how I'm gonna likely roll. I went into this game honestly thinking I was gonna play the Raiders, and then Bengal decided to play the Raiders, which that was a little bit frustrating. But then I'd already been thinking about playing the Patriots, so it didn't disrupt my idea too much. But when I looked at the overalls for Jalen Polk and the other guy, I wasn't really that impressed. With Onwenu out, I am considering moving some guys around. I think these guys will be the ones that I rely on for this game. But yeah, let's hop into the game. I actually lied. I want to go over some of their top players. Everybody that is pretty significant on the team. First off, you have Jamar Chase, 93 overall X Factor. Going to be an issue along with his college teammate Joe Burrow, 93 overall X Factor. And you have Trent Brown, who I guess is a star dev, but he is an 89 overall. You have Trey Hendrickson, 89 overall superstar. T. Higgins, who's going to be injured for this game. Out with a dislocated wrist. That is going to be something that helps us out. Logan Wilson, 83 overall star dev linebacker, going to be out for 5 weeks with a dislocated elbow. Not too bad. They're also missing Jermaine Pratt. They have some injuries going into this game that we simply aren't dealing with. So, seeing Hunter Renfrow as a Bengal makes me so sad. Fuck Josh McDaniels. Alright, into the game for realsies. Alright, this is going to be the first game I actually watch one of these presentations. Love watching these warm-ups pre-game. I would have loved to see Joe Burrow with the Slim Shady hair. Oh, I didn't turn off this. Hopefully I don't get hit with copyright, because for whatever reason we're loving it. Love that my hair is flowing outside of that. It's a cool gig. But we're playing at the Bengals. Too bad I can't hear these announcers because I have them turned off. Alright, well, based off this graphic, the Bengals are going to get the ball first, I believe. And I would be correct. I don't have a lot of... Oh, this is the new kickoff. I completely forgot about this new kickoff rule. I don't think I'm going to be a fan of it. I really haven't... Okay. I am certainly, at least initially, not a fan of it. Okay, interesting. So how does this work? I mean, are returns just going to be, like, significant nowadays? We got Drake May taking the field. And we got Antonio Gibson in on first down. And I'm okay with pounding the rock. Able to get 2 yards on first down. We got Ramondre Stevenson on this play, and we're able to get it up to the 39-yard line. I'm not... Oh, boy. Like KJ Osborne on this play, if I can get it to him, which we are going to be able to get the first down up to the 47-yard line. We're gonna have to play smart. I don't remember what this team's overall is, but I am going to try and be mindful of it, and at least what I believe their overall to be, I feel like they should be at least a mid to high 80 overall team. So they're a team that is better than us in terms of just the players on the team, so we are going to play safer than a team that is worse than us. We get our second opportunity to really pass, but we get hit as we throw. I'm just happy we were able to get rid of that, and it wasn't a sack, but we are going to punt. Well, the Bengals are going to take their first drive on offense, despite already being up by 7, and they are able to get it out to Mike Gesicki for a pretty big gain. Not what I'd like to see at all. All right, but we got 1st and 10 from the 36. You're defensively, and Jabril Peppers almost able to get the pick. Hunter Renfrow, the intended receiver. I forgot that this team doesn't have Joe Mixon anymore either, so this is a team that significantly relying on Jamar Chase this game in terms of their tight end, as Jelani Tavai able to get the stop underneath. And we got 3rd and 6 early in this game. And Matthew Judon able to disrupt the pass. They're going to punt. Get a little bit of a return with Tyquan Thornton, but not too much. All right, we got 1st and 10 on our next drive. I'm going to try and get this out to KJ Osborne, and he hauls in a gain of 9. I'm going to be treating this pretty similarly to my very few games of Illinois Dynasty, where I am going to attempt to avoid running at the superstar player as much as I can. We got 1st and 10 from the 38 after the first down, and we are going to hit over the shoulder, kind of, to Hunter Henry for the first. Ramondre Stevenson will be out for the remainder of the game. Antonio Gibson, here's your time. All right, 1st and 10. I'm not crazy about that pass, but we're able to complete it to, I believe, Javon Baker. Still working on learning this offense. And I wasn't really expecting having Antonio Gibson be our every down back this early on, but I mean, if he performs well, maybe he could be the starter moving forward. Start of the second quarter. We are in Bengal territory, and we're not able to get much with Antonio Gibson on that play, only a gain of 1. Mario Douglas. And we are going to try to off the fingertips, and we got 3rd and long. Some of these defensive players are on fire. Not in love with this, but broken game, I guess. This is the best way you can describe that. Corner wasn't really covering KJ Osborne, and we're able to throw it underneath. Or more inside, and we get the first, and we get a gain of 2 with Antonio Gibson. And we're able to get a touchdown to Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. First touchdown of young Drake May's career. And we tie with the Bengals. I'm happy to see that not every single kickoff leads to a kickoff return. But we get our second drive on defense against this team. And we almost get Okay, I was about to say, we almost get an interception, but there was a second I thought he caught it. And we have... All right. What do you got for me now, Mr. Burrow? Quick throw to Jamar Chase for a gain of 10. I don't know who caught that, but that was a good window. I think that was Mike Gesicki. They're operating out of the spread on 2nd and 1. And Kyle Duggar comes across the middle, intercepts the pass intended for Jamar Chase. That is going to be a pick 6. Let's go. This defense, I think, has the potential to be amazing. Let's go. We quickly find ourselves with the lead after the Kyle Duggar pick 6. I'm okay with that. I mean, what I like to see, and they're going to run it with Zach Moss. And he has plenty of open field. Going to be stopped after a gain of 22. Oh, Jamar Chase wide open over the middle, and they make us pay. Oh, tied game yet again. This new defense, or this new kickoff rule is going to make defense so much more annoying. Because, I mean, I don't feel like I should be starting at almost midfield every single play. But we very quickly have 2nd and 3, basically from the logo. I should have let that play develop. I think Baker would have beaten him. I'm currently okay with the number of injuries that have been going on. Normally, Madden games have a little bit of an issue with too many injuries. But I am currently in the position where I'm okay with some injuries, but it's just, as long as they really become excessive, I'm okay with it, as we're able to get it out to Antonio Gibson for a gain of 8. And we're going to get this out to the rookie Baker. I'm pretty sure Drake May was hit as he threw. But, I mean, great way to show toughness throughout the throw. And we get this out to KJ Osborne up into red zone territory down at the 8-yard line. Not able to get much with Antonio Gibson, but we are going to try and work down this clock in the event we can only get a field goal. And we get a touchdown. We go up 20-14. And pending the extra point, we will be going up by 7. Let's go. All right, we need to prevent the Bengals from scoring. And that is not a great way to start. But they only have one more timeout, so I'm not too worried about it. I just want to make sure my guy is covered, and I will be fairly content. But if we let Jamar Chase wide open down the side... Alright, we just let them in the field goal range without much contention, but... Alright. I'm happy I'm in cover 3. Able to stop Gesicki before he can get the first down. I'm okay with keeping this a running clock. Either way, if they score, we get the ball coming out of halftime. Gesicki is... Gesicki... They what? They got that? I did not think that was going to be a touchdown. Well, Drake May, you get to show off your skills, because I am... What? This new kickoff sucks. I'm just gonna be real. Like, I'd rather... Like, right there, I'd rather take a fair catch than have the opportunity to fumble. At this point in the game, that is not what we want to see, but luckily Joe Burrow throws it immediately away on the 2nd and 1. Alright, you know, I don't know who I'm using. I was using Jabril Peppers. And now we are... Suddenly, we have a 14-point swing, and we're able to block the PAT. Get up, get up. Oh, you know what? That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Well, we are just going to take this into halftime. I guess we're going to be down by 6 points. I'm just gonna run out the clock. I am not doing that. We have been doing good with current offensive game plan. It's really just defensively. We're getting torched deep. We're just going to commit to defending the medium pass. Had to step away for a moment, and we have the ball to open up the third quarter. Able to get a decent run with Antonio Gibson for a gain of 5. Not able to get much on 2nd and 5. Hopefully going to be able to get something to Hunter Henry. I really want to go for this. I know I probably should not be going for this, but you know what? Scared money don't make no money. We pass it off to Antonio Gibson, and we're able to get the first down. We conceded 13 points right before halftime. I feel like we didn't have much of an option there but to attempt to go for it on 4th and 5. KJ Osborne's having a really good day for us, though. We had a short gain on 1st down, and our right guard, I think that's Chukwuma Okafor, was hurt. So we are going to be seeing a guy that probably could be a starter. I honestly don't know yet. We got 2nd and 8. That was considered a fumble? Why didn't it say bruh? Why wouldn't it say fumble? I had no concern that that was a fumble at all. I thought that that was an incomplete pass. I am... Really? Alright, well, we are not in a favorable position right now. I was... That was like the opposite of how I wanted that down to go. And they... Well... Oh, and they're going for 2. Just, thank God. We go down by 14. We are currently in a scenario I did not want to be in. Well... We need to get a stop on defense, and we can potentially tie it, but... This is not exactly gone how I wanted. Oh, that was a great throw by May to the rookie, Javon Baker. I'm loving that. I really need to find a wide receiver I can trust on this team. I mean, KJ Osborne has been the best target so far, but I'd really love to see a guy that's a little bit younger be that little safety blanket for us. All right, start of the 4th. We got 3rd and 2. We get a bunch of yardage with Antonio Gibson. Let's go. Finally starting to get a solid average with him. And there is... likely a lot to be desired on this play. We're going to get it underneath the Baker, and we're going to able to... We're going to get it up to the 3-yard line. Let's go. There isn't one. Sick. And we are going to almost punch it in with Antonio Gibson. On 2nd and goal from the 1, we are going to QB sneak with May, and the score is now tightened to 7 points as we're able to respond with our first touchdown of the 2nd half. Let's go. All right, the Bengals are on their next drive. We are really going to need a sack, pick, something to just help us out in any way, shape, or form. And of course, I didn't think the running back had a route. Getting a sack would be nice to help try and disrupt them. And they run it with Zach Moss, but we're able to stop them for a loss of 1. I'm interested in sending another blitz on 2nd down. And Jamar Chase is just wide open. I'm not able to tackle him. That's brutal. Part of me wants to be upset, but at the same time, I mean, this is a team that's better than us. Douglas has not been overly exciting, in my opinion, for week 1. I'm totally fine with moving some of these wide receivers around, as we're not able to get that out. Well, we are quickly at 4th down. We've not had the protection that would be desirable at all this game, but we're able to convert that to KJ Osborne, one of the only reliable players on this team right now. After an incomplete pass on 1st down, we're faced with 2nd and whatever, and Mario Douglas gets his first catch of the game, and we're gonna hit the 2-minute warning. KJ Osborne is legit like my favorite player on this team right now. We get another touchdown. We're trying to stay in this game. All right, I imagine there might be a little bit of running on this drive. If we can get a stop on the Bengals to attempt to tie this game up, that would be fantastic. I want to sit in cover 3. I mean, Jamar Chase has been absolutely torching us all day, and of course, Zach Moss gets a free touchdown, and they are likely now going to win the game. There is no... It's a little tough when I feel like I'm getting blitzed at a very significant rate. Because, I mean, we're not doing bad. We're not doing bad at all. I think this is just simply a case that, you know, this team is better than us. We lose 49-35 to the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow threw for 6 touchdowns. That is ridiculous. Well, Drake May, 23 for 33, 69% completion rating. Nice. 2 TDs, 0 INTs. He didn't lose us this game. Antonio Gibson. This fucking song is pissing me off in the background. Antonio Gibson, 15 rushes for 61 yards, averaging 4 a carry. Ramondre Stevenson exiting the game early. Would love to see a lot more production out of the ground game. KJ Osborne, absolutely insane game. 9 catches, 131 yards, and a touchdown. Javon Baker, 6 catches, 90 yards. Mario Douglas, not exactly what I wanted out of you. Didn't get sacked once. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, did I fumble on that play? I did. That's so weird. No sacks. 1 INT brought back for an interception. Not the performance I wanted from our defense. That's a tough way to lose. 1 new injury. Is Ramondre Stevenson out long term? 6-week injury. Not what I wanted to see at all. Well, we have the Seahawks week 2. A team I guess we're a little bit more even with, but not what we want to see at all. Anyways, that's going to be all for today's video. I'll see you next time. It's the Seahawks. Take it easy. Peace.